Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue number 36 of Build Your Own X-Wing from DeAgostini. As ever, I shall start by going through the magazine quickly. I've got a slightly different camera angle, so you can actually see, if I move Arthur a little bit, you can actually see pretty much the whole page laid out in front of you, so hopefully this will work for you. I've also tidied out and sorted out, like I did on my Terminator build videos, the little picture-in-picture, which isn't there now, but when it is, when I'm doing the build, I'll be able to put a little picture of the instructions down there for you. So again, hopefully improving the format and making it easier for you to watch my stuff. So here we go. We're talking about Star Wars Battlefront, flying your own X-Wing. I did notice that the picture on the back this week is actually a screenshot from I don't know if it's Battlefront and Battlefront 2, the new one, because it's all very nice. You've got little map and extra stuff on there. So I did notice that that was from a game. I thought they must be, you know, getting a bit short of pictures, so they're starting doing things like that. But yes, a little bit about flying X-Wings, which is quite cool. If you haven't played it, have a try, because yeah, it's quite good. You die a lot. Well, I die a lot. Lots of people die a lot, but yes, it happens. But yes, there's a VR mission, which is very, very cool. The new game that they've just announced, Squadrons, you can play in VR, so that's going to be quite interesting. Talking about Rio Durant, I don't know who or what or where, obviously from the cartoon comics by the looks of it. Although it looks like he actually appears in something, in a movie. I don't remember. I don't know. Don't remember him. So he's obviously a bit character in something, but yeah, there we go. Right, now we get to the main event, the cockpit and frame parts. This is an interesting part, because we've been doing duplicates of wings and lasers and things up until now. This is all new assemblies and new parts. I have arranged and made sure I've got all of the parts required that were in the packet this week. We have the life support console, the forward console support, life support details and targeting computer displays. Apparently we've got those bits. Selection of different screws, 1, 2 and 7, and some more metal pieces, which are basically cockpit frames. I don't know if they're different which way around, we'll worry about that down the line. I think that might be that one and that might be that one, but they might be the same but opposites. But we'll worry about that down the line. So, moving these to one side for now, we are looking at the cockpit fittings. I'll move the magazine out of your way because, as I say, I'm going to, about now, I'll put the little picture-in-picture bit down there so you can see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I think it's going to be those bits that I'm going to need. So, we'll have a look from here and see exactly what we can do. Take the parts of the life support system and targeted computer, including the assembly from stage 35. I have got that. I did. Honest, I prepared everything and got it all ready, and I've got it in a bag. There we go. I have that prepared. That was what we did last time. The target computer, was it? Yes. Right. Now, according to number 2, we're pinning one of these, which they're both the same, into, he's got it that way round, like that, and then like that ish, with that bit down into there. Now all of this is obviously just very, very black. It will definitely need some attention to detail and painting work going on. That just sits in there. I have no clue what or why, or if anything else happens to it, but it goes in there like that. Pushing it all the way down, it sort of goes in. It doesn't really, it definitely goes into a hole, but it's not terribly secure, so I might well have to be gluing that in. We'll see that for repeating the other steps to put the other one in the same place but the other side. Oh, so you can see that there is a hole going all the way through there, so you just got to feel it to get it in the right place and then clip that down. That one's gone in better. That one's not very secure. Okay, so yes, a little bit of glue required on that one, I think, but we'll worry about that at the end. We're aligning the U-shaped connector. Still got it that way round. It goes into the top there. This is sort of very rubbery. That goes into there, and that one goes into where it's almost fallen into that hole there as well. And again, that one goes in quite tight, but that one really doesn't. That's very, very loose. So yeah, don't worry about that. The last bit, the targeting thing, goes in there, just like that. It's just doesn't. Yeah, it does look a bit like that in the picture. Yep, it does look just like that. So that is definitely the part to go there, and that's a very tight fit. So tight, I'm worried that it's not right, but it is right because that's what it says in the picture. There we go, nice little slick click. So that's quite secure in there. That was that. Let's have a look at the next. Turning over my page, we're fitting the entire targeting computer onto the big bit there. We've got 2 holes there and 2 holes there, so that lines up over there like that. Okay, that works. Push it into place, yes. And then we're going to be using the X2 screws to hold that in place. So there should be 3 of these in here. Yeah, obviously, as ever, 1 spare and 2 for use thereof. Get that in there. Now this is definitely locked in place, but I'm still going to put one in a little bit loose and then put the other one in tighter. I'm quite disappointed in the look of this at the moment. I don't know if they've got any plans to do any decals or anything over the top of it, but it's looking a bit, to be honest, a bit rubbish. It's nicely detailed, but it's just very bland and black and doesn't look good. But there we have it, that's what we got. That bit is pushing the target computer in place, and that's that. So we're not using that by the looks of it. I don't even know what bit that is for, where that would go. It's obviously nothing to do with that at all. They've just supplied it to us. It's a forward console support, apparently. So yes, we won't be using that at the moment. So I'll put that and that off to one side. Next up, we are extending the frame. So let's get the parts for that ready. We've got the 4 parts according to the picture there. Look, the picture there, that one. Those are that way round, and that is like that. You also need 4 X01 screws. So let's get the screws open. There's obviously quite a few of these in here, so there's going to be several that we need and several that we don't need quite yet. I shall get, well, I've got 5 out, so I'll put one over there to spare, leave the packet with the other ones up there. So we're taking these 2 frame parts this way round, thusly, and what am I doing with it? I am fitting them together like this, lining up the fixing holes. Difficult to tell from that picture exactly how it's being lined up like this. In there, it goes in there, it fits, and that looks like the same sort of picture as I've got on there, so that'll work. We'll put that together with 1 screw. So this screw I'm not going to tighten up, I'm going to put it in so nothing falls apart, but I'm not going to tighten it all the way because it's going to have a bit of give to it when the rest of the frame sort of fits together around it. So that's okay like that. What we're doing then, we're screwing that together, repeating it to attach the opposite side on the opposite side. Nice and convenient there. So that can go in there, and again, just tighten down. Secure but not tight, so it's got wobble. There might be give to it even if it's tightened down, I'm not entirely certain on this one. Then this piece is going on top in the middle there. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that little cut out piece is there, going over there, and that's where the other 2 screws are going. Now because that's why I need the wobble for this, to get these just lined up correctly on that. So let's get one of those in a bit and then get the last one in, making sure that lines up properly around there. It has big R and L written on these, I've just noticed. I was using the lumps on the side to tell me which way around it was going. So that's going in there like that. Again, until this is attached to the other bit, I'm not going to worry about tightening it down so it doesn't move. But I am going to be fitting it to the other bit even as we speak. Now the previous cockpit assembly I have here, I'd sort of put together to figure out how it was going to fit and what it was going to look like and what sort of size it was going to be. So I can take off the cockpit piece, don't need that at the moment. This was also not attached yet, so I'll move that over to the side there. So this is what we're dealing with at the moment. We put it together below, just like this, it says on part number 9. Yeah, it's sort of is, oh, it goes on there like that. There we go. It's got to sort of fit in. You've got, that's the tricky bit. These curves have got to go through the bars. So you've got to sort of manipulate and maneuver each side. How do you get that in there? Sort of sideways-ish, maybe? I don't know. That could be fun. It might not be like that. It might be underneath, maybe? Underneath. Then that's got to go on top. But then that doesn't line up with there. Let's have a look, closer look at the instructions to see. It is showing it as underneath. So they must just go in. There's little groove-ish things there, so that goes like that, like that. Okay, that'll work. 2 projecting arms into the recess in the front of the cockpit floor. Yep, that looks like what I've just done there. Then we are pressing the cross pieces upwards against, yes, fitting them with XO1 screws, so I need some more of those. We've got 2 screws to put in from the underside into those 2 holes there. I'll just tip some more screws out because I'm sure we're going to be using them all momentarily. So 1 screw in there, again making sure that locks in place rather than tighten it up too much. And that one in there. So that can tighten down now. And that one can tighten down there as well. These bits here were where I've still got that wobble from that all fitting in there. So this is obviously going to add support to that and hopefully fit it all together quite nicely. Oh look, we're going to be using that bit now. Not quite now. I've got 4 more screws to put in on this, and they're going in from the bottom or the top, which has got the holes threaded. I'm pretty sure it's going in from the bottom. So we've got 4 more screws, which is cunningly the number of screws that I've got. They seem to supply the correct numbers of screws for the right pieces. So these bits are going to go through here. Or is it? Is it from the top? No, it's from the top, not from the bottom. Because the thread is in that piece that we've just got this issue. So let's turn that back over. I'm putting one in there. Yes, it's going through that top piece and locking into that bit. It's not locking into that bit yet. Might need to do some manipulation. This is why it's not tightened down yet, because it's got a little bit of jiggling to get it in the right place. So that feels like that's locked. No, it hasn't. It feels like it did, but it didn't. Let's try it again. Let's leave that there and try another one. Does that feel like that's locating? It's not quite lining up right. There we go. That felt like they're lined up. And it feels like that screw's not going in anywhere, but that's not moving anymore, so that seems to be okay. Let's try that one again now that one's locked in. It's a little bit better. Let's try the other 2 the other side. Once these are all located in place, I'll go back and tighten up all of the screws on this assembly. That's not great, that. I don't like that. That's not holding very well. For some reason those ones don't seem to bite as well. Definitely using the right screws though. It didn't say about the 7s, did it? It did, it said 7s. I'm reading 1 and it said 7. Right, that's why those screws are not holding very well, because I'm using the wrong ones. Let's take those back out. Strange that one held. Things must be just jinked off to the side enough to hold that in place. Right, pay attention to your numbers. The difference between 1 and 7, apart from being 6, is quite a lot and quite important. So I shall keep those there. I shall open the bag of 7s and get out 4 of those, or 6 of those. Some of those. I'll get some of those out. Let's try these. The threads are the same, but they're a little bit longer. So hopefully that should just make lining them up a little bit easier and give them a little bit more thread to bite into. That felt better. So there's that one, there's that one. That was going to be quite easy anyway. The one that actually worked already. Oh, drop in the screw. I'll do this one first. Jiggling, wobbling, pushing, twisting, bending. Ah, there we go. That felt like that located a little bit. So that's that one, and there's that one. Okay. So I'm going to go back round the 4 of these that I've just put in, tighten those all up. Yeah, they actually feel like they're tightening into a hole now. That's that. Then I can go back and do these ones, because I know everything's lined up properly on those now. It's those, and then I can still get to these 2 on the ends to tighten those up as well. There we go. Right, that's that. And yes, that's much more sturdy. Still got a little bit of wobble to it, a little bit of give. Let me go back and tighten up these again. That one. That one. Yeah, a little bit on those. A little bit on that. More bit on that. So that's, yeah, that's much more secure now. Happy with that. Good. Right, so we're taking the forward console support. I match up the 2 locating pins on the thicker end with the holes in the cockpit floor. Got to be there, isn't it? So is that going leaning forwards that way? It's not going backwards like that. It wouldn't fit like that. It has to go forwards like that. So that goes on there like that. Okay. And then we need to use a 1 screw to hold that in place from the top. That doesn't feel like that's working. Wait a minute. It's because the screw fell off the screwdriver and didn't actually go into the hole it was meant to go into. So let's try that again. We'll get that lined up there. Get that in the holes. We'll try this again and see if we can actually get it where it needs to go, like that. There we go. As it's only 1, we can tighten that up. There, like that. Cool, I like that. Now we're taking the framework. Oh, and that's going to go, there's a little D-shaped thing there and D-shaped thing there. So that's going to lock on there. And everything else is going to lock down along there as well. Put it on the forward struts so it fits in place like this. Indeed it does. We put in another 01 screw through that from the inside. All the way up into that. That's not going to be difficult to get that down there at all, is it? There-ish, about there. It's sort of there. There it is. I don't want to go through here though. I want to be going through there. That's a little bit straighter down. Yeah, that'll do. So that will go on there. But that in itself is not going to hold it in place. What we're going to do is use these bits. Using 1s again. So that's going to go through there. Really getting a sense of scale for this now. I mean, the wings are massive. You feel the wings, but this being metal and like the framework, you can really feel the nose of it, the feel of it. It all really works. I like it. I was going to say we've got lots of 07 screws left, but I've just read the next bit ahead. Got to put one in there, and then joining the forward struts using 8 of these screws. So we've got 2, it should be 9 in here I would expect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so 1 spare as ever. So where do they go? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. I shall get a couple of these in and then cut the video. The video's been quite long enough already, thank you very much. So yeah, I'll put that one in, I'll get the others in and then come back and show you it assembled, and that will be it completed. So I'll see you very shortly for the finish. And indeed, there we go. That's it completed so far this stage. We've done, let's say that, which is slightly disappointing. Let's have a look, see, I can't see, that shape doesn't really fit in with anything on there yet, so I don't know where that's, it does fit there. It lines up with some of those, yeah, so that's probably where that's going to fit, behind the seat by the looks of it. Let's get the cockpit back in as well. So yeah, that's, oh right, these blobs here are where the other end of the pistons for the seat are going to go. So that's going to screw on there like that, and that will fit around it like that. It can't go the other way up because it's got to go like that. There we go. So that's going to go like that with those locking in place in there, and that's how we're going to have the cockpit assembly done. So yes, it's getting some side, and that's just behind, so you're not going to see a lot of it, although you can still see through the back window as well and the sides. So that's going to take some detail painting before that's all assembled. But so far so good. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the build so far. It's feeling a bit substantial now. You can sort of imagine the whole back bit and then the whole wings. I'm going to need to clear a bigger, I might need to rearrange my filming setup for doing this next time. So thank you for watching. I shall see you soon for more. I've got the next 5, or the next 4. This is the first of 5 that have been delivered to me today. So I shall be filming and assembling the next few bits. It looks like we're starting on another wing. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon for more of the same. Stay safe, and bye bye for now.